What's good with YouTube? Y'all already know Big Flocka with the Convicts Reaction, where we smash, dash, and react. Please hit the like button, subscribe, comment, do all those things to help support this channel, and hit that bell notification for future fire reactions. So what I'm gonna be doing right now is I'm gonna be reacting to a lot of the comments that some of the subscribers, viewers, and whatnot posted on my page, as well as on the other channels, in regard to a lot of stuff that's been going on YouTube. Okay, and I'm gonna give you guys my personal perspective, and I'm gonna ask some questions basically, and see where the viewers are at. What I witnessed from reviewing some of the comments is you're starting to see what looks like cliques, grouping. People united. Presenting one front to either you know uh, put titles, put labels, or to basically contest certain things. Being honorable or impeccable with your word no longer exists if it doesn't spin the narrative one seeks. Hardly is the truth something ever really wants to hear. They want to hear the cheeseman. They want to hear the drama. They want people to be at each other's throats. That's why, like, whenever you do a video and you make any reference to somebody, people will sit there, they'll cut it out, they'll send the videos, they'll say this person's saying this and that. And a lot of times they're putting their own interpretation or the narrative that they want to spin half the time. There's a past incident, right, that I have, right, where I remember when I addressed it, I said I don't want to address it because I'm not 100%, sure if it's confirmed facts. I said it looks like it. I said I'm 90% sure, but I want to wait till I can sit there and look into some things, right? So technically, some subscribers, they, twisted my arm in a sense, right? Not really, but you know what I'm saying. They put the pressure on, and I dropped it. Now it looked all legit. Now I was still only 90% sure of it being fully accurate, right? But what it looked like and what it really was two different things, and there was never really any proof of it any further than what it was. It still looked like it. Now, technically, I probably shouldn't have dropped that video because or made mention to who I believed it was for my research, right? But I seen that was addressed recently. Even though I sat there and addressed it, well, I'm not 100% sure, but this is how it fucking looks. Man, I go, I'm almost positive it is, but I can't fucking stamp it, right? That was something last year, right? I seen that was brought up, right? As well as other stuff that where you do sit there and say, well, you know what, man, all I'm doing is a reaction and whatnot. People still want to twist it from something different than what it is. They want to put their own words. See, words are supposed to mean something. They're not meant to, create gray areas. And what I mean by gray areas, different interpretations of them. If you're clear with your words, that should be enough that they stand for what they is. But you'll have people that want to spin it and whatnot, which is what it is, right? It only makes a person be more cautious when they're doing certain things. Now, depending on what channel you're in the comments in, right, is going to depend on what type of response you get from the viewers. So it could be on my channel. I have like 42,000 subscribers on my main channel, and I may not get too many negative comments or feedbacks. They may get a clear understanding of what I'm saying. Whereas I can go on another channel that may be smaller, right, but they have more of a nucleus in there that maybe don't like me. And therefore, all the comments are going to be more negative that I did this and did that. And some of it isn't even true, or some of it's partial truths. You get what I'm saying? Now, there's not a content creator really that has it in some form or fashion, maybe put out something out there that they shouldn't have, or put out some information where they get their wires crossed, right? Or put out something that maybe looks a certain way to others, right? Now, does that mean that people are supposed to hold that over their heads for the rest of the time they're on YouTube, for the rest of their lives? Because I see stuff that's being held against people all the time, right? That is sometimes 6 months, a year, 2 years old, okay? And it will have nothing to do with the present time. I mean, you can come on here and say, you know what, my bad, I got my wires crossed, yet there's still people who are not as forgiving. And, it's what you call selective politicking and selective rules and selective thinking. Whereas it depends on who it is, what type of energy they're going to put into it. My question and reaction is this: do we as podcasters, do we reserve the right to correct our past actions? Do we deserve the right to redeem ourselves? Or are we supposed to have things that we've done in our past continue to be held against us? Basically brought up every time we have anything that we have to push on these channels. For instance, I keep on seeing people yesterday in my video, right, on other people's channels saying, hey, Dubs threatened someone's family and whatnot, which, let's keep it real. It was a bad look, right? But does Dubs not deserve the right to redeem himself, to apologize, to correct his actions and whatnot, and admit that maybe that wasn't his best moment? And I think this goes for any content creator, man, that everybody should be able to basically redeem themselves, correct themselves, and be able to move forward. Because otherwise, what type of message are you having? That because people make mistakes and they're not allowed to fix it, they're not allowed to move forward, they're not allowed to, show people a whole different side to them, that they can admit their faults and move forward. And this should go for any content creator, because if you really look at it, right, there's been a lot of things that people have done that pretty much are unbecoming of their characters. They get caught up in the fucking YouTube fucking drama, the YouTube fucking stuff, and there's not one person I can't say that maybe hasn't done something that they shouldn't have done that reflected them in a negative light, myself included. It depends who you rock with and who you support, whether people are going to fucking understand that. It's like if you don't like someone like myself or one of these other channels, right, you're going to fucking ride them to the fucking against us till the wheels fall off, basically. You're not going to have a change of heart to sit there and be an adult and sit there and say, okay, look, we got to be bigger and better, people as far as looking at things like this, correct it, and show that we can be adults in the room and move forward past issues. Basically, you got people who are gangbanging on YouTube on a whole different level. It's like with me, I've been rocking solo, and I'll have everybody at times, man, trying to come at me. As far as it's usually, like I said, not as big of a anti-Flacco as people may think, because it's just a select few people who have that are very loud up in the room, and it's usually people we don't even fucking know. Like I said, yeah, people who have troll accounts that will fucking make 7, 8 troll accounts, and they can switch over and over and post what they want to post. What I'm getting at is this. Are we going to be on some grown man shit to where we can admit our faults, we can correct them, and we could be better individuals and show better examples? Or are people going to continue to be on all that chisme, that superiority fucking stance, and, let individuals or let people, run rogue and speak on this and not always present all the facts and try to get people crossed up as far as and what people put out there from time to time, Or are we going to be raw and real and, get straight to it, say, look, man, when mistakes are made, we correct them, okay, and move forward. A lot of people don't want to do that because they like the drama. They like those that will uplift them and show them in a different limelight. And this is going out to basically every, content creator. This isn't just one dimensional, I think it's important that we show that we've matured and that we're better men than what at times we show. And it's those that want to play those fucking games, and they're the ones that have hurt the genre for the most part, in my personal opinion. And I'm not talking about content creators. I'm talking about people that you don't even know who they are from time to time. How can certain things be accepted but others not be accepted? Because it depends if it happens to you or not. If it happens to you, then people will think it's an issue. But when it doesn't happen to you, sometimes people are kind of closed-minded as far as speaking the truth. There's a lot of fucked up shit that people kind of stir the pot when it comes to YouTube. And that's what I'm trying to get at. There's always a cause and effect, and there's always a reaction to every action. The point of this reaction is this, man. Regardless of some things that have happened, on YouTube, it can get kind of real a little bit, man. It can get a little bit dramatic, But in any event, I think that, there comes a time when people should try to move forward past things that have happened in the past and show a better example, myself included. I've made some choices that are questionable. I'll be the first to admit that, right? But it doesn't mean that none of us are not redeemable or can't, try to fix these situations, because there comes a time when eventually, man, You never know what could happen. You know, shit can get real, shit can get serious. If people want to continue down the line of, tick for tack, having conflict, or just attacking certain individuals, or even bringing up old stuff, right? Then no one's ever going to get anywhere, and you're going to see the same results. And this isn't to sit there and minimize anything that anybody's done as far as any channel, because all of us have done certain things. As far as I can look at every channel that's within this genre, right, that are pretty much associated in one way or another, have done something that maybe they should have never did, right? And that's not to minimize it, but you can't change that. All you could do is learn from it and move forward. So this is not only my reaction, this is where I stand. And like I said, there's going to be those that are going to be trying to put out false information. They're going to try to spin narratives. They're going to try to bring up even stuff that you were maybe doing a year ago. I seen that in a couple videos that were, or a couple lives, people bringing up that, hey, he's on one, get some sleep and whatnot. I've been going to my classes. I've been going to therapy, and I've been working on myself. So for people to take shots like that at me, not knowing, especially how I don't even show my face really on YouTube anymore, right? Because I don't have the right equipment yet. Those are people that are just trying to assassinate one's character. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes I think that, giving people a free voice to speak from time to time is okay. But if they're putting out information that maybe is false, old, outdated, or isn't relevant, or straight lies, hey, we got to do something about that, man. We got to be men, and quit looking for ways just to attack each other. You don't have to like everybody here on YouTube, but at the same token, we can all very much put ourselves at risk just based upon our own fucking actions. And therefore, why are we going to contribute to something that could happen bad to somebody? And I've always said this. Anybody can get at me anytime behind the scenes and tell me how they feel, right? Whether they do it respectful or disrespectful, that's upon them. And however they want to deal with it, that's upon them. But I'm all ears. You know what I'm saying? So, what I'm trying to get at with this video, man, is like, look, there's been so much drama in the past, man. I think there comes a time when everybody should be focused on moving forward. That's it, your boy Flacco, Convicts Reaction. I'm gone.